What's going on with SOFI stock? A huge 15% pop today. I wanted to bring you a quick video just to provide an update of what's going on. And we'll also look at a chart. I'll tell you where I think the stock could be headed next. So SOFI broke $7 today briefly. It closed at $6.94, up 15.09%. You can see it's up 34% just in the past 5 days. 1 month, 26.87%. 6 months, it's up 46.41%. And year to date, it's up over 50%, 54.22%. So what is going on with SOFI stock? So if you're following macro news, the debt ceiling deal, students will need to start paying back their debt for the first time in more than 3 years as part of the new debt ceiling deal. The prospect sent shares of SOFI, one of the nation's leading student loan lenders, soaring on Wednesday as Wall Street becomes increasingly confident that the deal will be signed. Now this next part is actually pretty comical. This is from an analyst that's actually very bearish on SOFI, and I'll show you some of the numbers here in a second. So he says, we view this as an incremental positive for SOFI, as borrowers will need to start making payments again, and some may look to extend the duration of their loans through SOFI's student loan refinance product, which has seen lackluster origination volume since the start of the moratorium in 2020. So this analyst is from Wedbush Securities. He's actually the managing director. So while SOFI had initially planned for the moratorium to be lifted on June 30th as scheduled, the debt ceiling deal could bring finality to a student debt moratorium that had been extended multiple times since the government first paused federal student loans as part of the pandemic relief benefits in March of 2020. So of course, as we've talked about on the channel several times, I've covered SOFI stock many times. We said this was a strong buy if it got under one price to book. So lots of people, especially in Discord, were buying this in the 4s and 5s. But this extension did impact SOFI's business significantly, and the stock suffered for it. In the first quarter of 2023, SOFI's student loan volume decreased by more than 50% from pre-pandemic levels, according to the company release. The student loan unit, which represented nearly 30% of the company's loan volume in the first quarter of 2022, represented just 15% in the first quarter of 2023. So this, of course, killed the sentiment for the stock, and it brought it to lows that maybe a lot of people didn't think they'd even see. Now this here says following the IPO, it technically wasn't an IPO, right? It was a SPAC. So SOFI CEO Anthony Noto explained during the company's most recent call that he sees SOFI in the student loan business in two ways. The firm provides direct private student loans and also provides student refinancing options. And here's a quote: "We do think that there's still a large TAM that we can go after given where we can price the loans today," Noto said on the company's most recent earnings call. So we do expect to see an uptick in demand, but probably not to levels that we saw back in Q4 of 2019. So let's take a look at the analyst we talked about earlier, this David guy. He's from Wedbush. Now listen to this. He changed his rating on the stock, this is a couple weeks ago, from hold to sell, and assigned a price target of $2.50 a share. His previous price target was $5 per share. Now according to Tip Ranks, he has a success rate of 34% and an average return of negative 7.8%. He has 0 stars, and he's 8,085 out of 8,379 Wall Street analysts. This isn't my information. This is from Tip Ranks. He's ranked 30,711 out of 33,343 experts. So again, you never want to buy stocks based off of analysts' recommendations or forecasts or price targets. It's really just to get an idea of sentiment. We have 13 ratings here. It's a moderate buy. 8 buys, 4 holds, and just that one sell we just talked about. Highest price target is $10. Average price target is $7.19. And that lowest price target, again, we just covered it, $2.50. So let's head over to Twitter and see what's going on there. We got Kyle White, SOFI. So 3 price target changes in 3 weeks now, WTF. So he upped it to $3 instead of $2.50. And this guy's getting trashed all over the place. Has anyone checked on this? He slashed the price target $2.50 2 weeks ago. It dropped the stock in one day to $4.40. We bought it up, including SOFI CEO Anthony Noto. It's up 35% since then. Here's another one showing you that average return and success rate that we already talked about. So next I'm going to give some overall commentary on SOFI. I'm also going to look at a chart, tell you where I think the stock might go. Before I do that, I need to announce quick that this video is sponsored by The Motley Fool. If you'd like to see the 10 best stocks to buy now, visit fool.com/firedupwealth. A reminder, Motley Fool doesn't tell me what to make, what videos to cover, what stocks to talk about. They're a great partner. They allow me to bring content like this to you for free on YouTube. So so check those guys out. You can also join our private community Patreon Discord by visiting patreon.com/firedupwealth. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications, drop a like, and drop a comment. So what are my thoughts about SOFI here? Well, we're going to look at a chart and I'll give you some more commentary, but it has run pretty hard. It was just in the fours. It ran up now to $7 a share. It's just under $7 a share right now. I do like this stock. I consider it a spec stock. So it's a bit speculative that they're going to be able to grow in that valuation, continue to grow. It's not a super dirt cheap stock by any means, guys. So I don't want you to get it twisted, but I do like the company. I have been bullish on it. I've been covering it on this channel for many, many months. I think there are a lot of tailwinds for the company right now. You think of Galileo, you think of the student loans, you think of the economy maybe getting a little bit better. Maybe interest rates start to go the other direction, so people are going to loan more money when the rates are lower. But we're not there quite yet. We still have macro risk. There's no guarantee that's going to happen anytime soon in terms of the rates. The Fed could continue to raise rates one or two more times. We still do have macro risks. So don't pretend like we're out of the woods. Now, if you're bullish on SOFI, you're probably already loading up on the stock in the 4s and the 5s. And you might be watching this video just to really get confirmation bias. Hey, let's watch a video where someone's talking about a stock I own. I get it. I own this stock in the primary portfolio, my primary taxable brokerage. It's $1 million plus portfolio. Also own it in the Fired Up Wealth community portfolio, again, as a spec stock. So every single Wednesday we do chart day in Discord, Patreon. We just did one this morning. If you see orange, that's a previous chart day. Yellow is today's chart day. Now, previously we said same as previous YouTube videos. So we did a video a couple weeks back when the stock was down in the 4s. We said it could drift lower, could retest $4.24, more likely scenario red line, $4.35, and it got to $4.45. So just above those numbers. I ended up buying some in the community portfolio at $4.47. So sometimes you get lucky and time those pretty well. A lot of times if you have a target in mind of say $4.35, you might go a little bit higher. And I always buy in 7s. I'm just weird like that, superstitious. I think 7s are lucky. So I might go, $4.45 and just say $4.47. So I went 10 cents higher than that $4.35 and I added 2 cents to make it a 7. I like this stock for a long time. Been saying DCA below $5 as long-term spec, and it's a strong buy under 1 price to book. If you look back here, November 23rd, $4 to $4.15 possible. Watch $4.25 to $4.50 first. It got to $4.24, and a lot of people in Discord were buying these levels. So we did cover this stock this morning, pre-market chart day. Said it could go higher, but if you're buying it here, you're kind of chasing it, right? So I like this stock. I think it's a hold. I think if you don't own the stock, you might have to be a little bit careful. With that said, it has momentum. So I could see this stock going higher from here, especially if traders start piling in. And if that happens, you could see it coming up here to $7.50. This is Fibonacci retracement. And these are Fibonacci pivot points. So you got the resistance 1, 2, and 3 and the support 1, 2, and 3. So that R3 is basically $6.74. We blew past that today. If it keeps going higher, you probably look around $7.45. Once it starts getting up here, especially if it gets to the 8s, you're going to get profit taking. It's not going to be a straight line. So this stock could go higher. It could certainly consolidate, break down anytime. I think if you own the stock, you're happy with the 15% pop. If you don't own the stock, be careful chasing. If you're trading, just watch the momentum. You got to watch the 2-day chart, 5-minute candles, look at 2-minute candles, look at a shorter duration. This is a yearly chart, a daily candles, really what we look at for long-term investing to try to get better entry and exit points. So just a quick update here on SOFI. Congratulations, shareholders. Again, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications, drop me a like and a comment. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.